These tour fans, we're now entering St. Stephen's Green in beautiful Dublin. This is supposed to be a very beautiful park in the center of Dublin. It's near Dublin Castle. It's a highly rated park, and we're going to, once again, it looks like it's maintained by the OPW, our old friends, the OPW. How about that? Looks like an absolutely beautiful park as spring is bursting forth all over. Let's see what we come across as we go through this park. Lots of park benches, trees with leaves coming out. Let's see who this statue is of. Doesn't say, and I'm not sure. Looks like they're dressed the way people dressed a long time ago. Maybe it says in the sign here. Trenches and barricades. Defenses in the form of trenches are a military action to fortify a position from attack. These were dug in four main entrances opposite Dawson Street, Hume Street during the Easter Rising. This guarded against possible attack from British soldiers stationed at Beggar's Push and Portobello Barracks. The digging of these trenches proved there was always a place for humor, even in war. One wit volunteer, Liam O'Brien, while digging at the bottom of a trench, asked by Lieutenant Bob Decour to fall in. His most non-military response from the bottom of the trench was, "Fall in, aren't we already in, sir?" The lieutenant's response was, "Get up. Get out and line up." The barricades and blockades in the streets is another military tactic used to slow down opposing forces. Volunteers use trams, motor cars, cabs, furniture, horses, carts, much to the displeasure of their owners, benches and wheelbarrows used to block the gates to the green. A small detachment of volunteers under the command of Lieutenant Decour was sent to the area to occupy two houses that overlook Leeson Bridge to stop the attack on the green from that direction. There's the guy at the bottom of the trench. This is from the OPW. So this is a place where they, during the war in the 20s, this is a park that was used as a defensive position in Dublin. Defend against the English. This is sort of like Central Park in New York City. So let's walk along and see what we see. Lots of different trees, lots of open entrances from the street. It's a free park, obviously. Lots of people enjoying the warmth of the sun today. St. Stephen's Green. What does this sign say? The role of women in the Rising. The Battle of St. Stephen's Green was the engagement of female volunteers, mostly as members of the Irish Citizen Army, or Cumana Maban, played their greatest role in the Easter Rising of 1916. The Irish Citizen Army allowed women to join and treated as equals, trained them in the use of firearms, and promoted them to officer ranks. My uncle fought in that war in 1916 through, I think, beginning of 1920 or 21, when it was resolved, I believe. Here's a flowering tree. What kind of flowering tree is this? My uncle's name was Tom Fay, and he fought for the IRA in the 20s. Once again, by the way, this recording is being brought to you by Gary's Tours. We're recording in 4K and 60 frames per second. Let's see who this is. Rabindranath Tagore, 1861 to 1941. Statue to him. We'll research it and tell you what it's about. See church early on Thursday morning, the 27th of April, 1916, a company of British soldiers from the Royal Irish Regiment arrived with a Luas machine gun, took up position on the roof of the University Church directly opposite here. A squad of volunteers, now garrisoned in the Royal College of Surgeons and led by Margaret Snyder and William Partridge, were ordered to neutralize this position. The statue of James Joyce, famous Irish writer and poet. He was born in 1882 and died in 1941, crossing Stevens. That is my green. This is a first aid station. A field hospital was established here at the bandstand as part of St. Stephen's Green Garrison during the Easter Rising of 1916. Sergeant Madeline French Mallin was in charge of the field hospital, and it was staffed by some of the other female members of the Irish Citizen Army. A Red Cross flag was hoisted over the post to distinguish it as a hospital. Let's go look at what was a band shell event before and now, and let's see what it looks like. People playing badminton over there, enjoying end of winter, start of spring. Actually, this is the 9th or 10th, this is the 10th day of Irish pagan summer. It starts on May 1st. This is the band shell that was used as a aid station for injured soldiers during this uprising, Easter Sunday uprising. That's probably a class, school. Beautiful day. What a beautiful park to come to. Right in the center of Dublin. Let's see what else was to be seen here.
And which subject do you study? Subject.
Some plantings. There's some green areas here. Here's another map. Let's see what this says. Monuments of the St. Stephen's Green Park. Shows the placement of them and what they're all about and what they say. Back out a little bit here. There. There's the monuments. We'll stop by and see them anyway. Here's another monument. This is for Merrion. I'm not sure what kind of tree or plant this is, but it's beautiful. Raised view of the center of St. Stephen's Green. There's a beautiful fountain. Look down toward the sun. Here's some more plantings. Let's go explore some more of this beautiful park. I'm not sure what type of tree that is, a maple tree or Japanese maple. I do not know the type of tree that is. I think that's what it is, Japanese maple.
To find right here. So where are we at?
It doesn't say you are.
Where's this cool bridge at? Let's see.
Bridge we're crossing? What does this bridge go over? Oh, cool. A pond with ducks, maybe? Or swans? Very nice. Almost like an English pond. Let's see what they tell us about this. St. Stephen's Green. So this is just the rules St. Stephen's Green has. We're actually really downtown here. And being a former lawyer, they have the criminal defense bar set up here. And this is a beautiful shot, I think, of St. Stephen's Green. You have some sort of variety of duck in there. I'm not sure what it is. See what else we see in the pond. Besides seeing strange ducks I can't identify. I do not know what kind of ducks they are. Maybe you know what kind of ducks they are. I think they're in the duck family. I'm not sure what they are. Somewhat different coloring than ducks that I know about. I can't tell you what they are. Oh, you, sir? What kind of duck are you? Tell me. What is your ancestry and what is your ethnic origin? He doesn't want to tell me. As I was saying, we were in the business and the corporate and the legal districts and the judiciary districts here. we get a rainy day, I'm going to watch the trial. The day that I can't do videos for you. And obviously I can't do videos in the court. Let's see what we have on this sign. These signs are most informative. Defending St. Stephen's Green Park. After shocked and bewildered people were cleared from St. Stephen's Green Park, volunteers, under orders of Captain Christopher Poole, set about digging ditches and trenches. The four main entrances. The entrances opposite Dawson and Hume Street. Other sides entrances were also barricaded with park furniture. That's how they might have looked in those days. This is also, I think, really in the middle of the college area. So there's tons and tons of college kids around here. Businessmen having their lunch. And it's such a beautiful day today. Perfect blue skies, perfect day to be in a park in the beginning of spring. It's still only like 61 degrees here, but it does feel summery. Let's look at the other end of the pond. Another plaque to read. Perceptives. A GPS-enabled worked product art. Use it to eliminate a natural experience that moves you through it's called Soundwalk, the National Symphony Orchestra. Hit the QR code, you can listen to it as you walk around the park. How nice. What a thoughtful park experience they've created here. Students, I can tell. And more pigeons, of course. And people having their lunch. And watching the pigeons. In New York, we call the pigeons rats with wings. That may not be very nice.
You don't know yet, know what you're going to.
Here's another gazebo. Reminds me of one of the paintings that Monet did. People in a park-like setting having lunch, lots of wine and things like that in the late 19th century. Very, very Parisian, actually, this place, isn't it? There's another view of the park that I think is very nice, by the way. Videoing someone who's doing the video.
Sorry?
I'm saying videoing someone who's doing the video.
Yes. Someone has to do it.
No, I know. Yes. Let's see what this sign says. The Shelbourne Hotel. The Shelbourne Hotel opposite here was identified as an important strategic building and was occupied by the Irish volunteers. The hotel was full of guests, which included off-duty British officers enjoying the bank holiday weekend. However, insufficient volunteer numbers resulted in them not being able to position and secure the hotel. Hotel manager ordered the front doors to be closed and secured, and he moved his guests to the rear of the hotel, as a number of them had been shot and injured during their dining. A tour guide taking people on a tour of St. Stephen's Green. And she's a French guide. What a beautiful park. Here's another signpost to read. By the way, this is brought to you in 4K, 60 frames per second, by Gary's Tours. Thank you for watching this tour with us. The civilians and the rising. Once St. Stephen's Green had been fortified by the Irish volunteers, it was erected with barriers and road junctions, anything that could have been used for a barricade, including vehicles, furniture, commandeered. A writer, James Stevens, witnessed the unfortunate shooting death of James Kavanagh as he tried to retrieve a horse and cart that had been seized from the barricade at Dawson Street. What a great place in the center of a busy city. Well, this concludes our tour. Gary's Tours brought you this, and if you like what you've seen and what you've heard on this tour, please subscribe and like. This tour has been a tour of St. Stephen's Green in Dublin, Ireland.